Wow, Imelda, just look at you. You're wealthy and famous. You're doing great, sweetheart, and I'm proud of you.
Aw, thank you so much. But, who is this? I'm sorry, your number is not saved on my phone, so I don't know who you are.
You don't have to feel bad. I don't hold it against you. I know how busy you've been these past few years as you struggle to build yourself. It's me, Stan, your father.
What? That's a lie.
I'm serious, honey. This is me. It's been so long since we last spoke. We sure have a lot to catch up on. Come on, what's going on in your life? I saw you on TV yesterday. You were awarded for being the most promising entrepreneur of the year. That's mighty impressive, Imelda.
Whoa. Are you really my dad? Because if you are, then you know very well that you have no right sending me a text after everything you put me through.
Come on, I'm just trying to reconnect with my daughter. What's so bad about it? Oh, you feel that just because you're a millionaire now, I'm suddenly beneath you? You're not ashamed of me, are you?
My God, I can't believe your audacity. How dare you try to guilt trip me into taking you back into my life? So I should just welcome you with open arms like the last 20 years didn't happen? Huh?
Now is not the time to revisit the past. You and I have a bright future. Let's focus on that.
No. Our past is too painful for me to just let go of it like that. And you suddenly coming back like this brings it all to the forefront. Do I have to remind you how badly you hurt me as a child? You never cared about me. Not even when Mom was alive. Mom managed to shield me from your abuses as best as she could, but sadly, we lost her. And then I saw you for the monster that you really are.
Don't be ungrateful. I was raising you the best way I could. And it turned out great, didn't it? Look at you today. You're one of the most prominent businesswomen in the city.
I should be grateful to you? For what exactly? The fact that you refused to send me to school? I barely had enough to eat even though you could easily feed me? You never cared about what happened to me and you showed it all the time. Things only got worse when you remarried. You and your new wife made life a living hell for me. She beat me so many times and you did nothing. Neither did you do anything when she starved me for no reason at all. So tell me again, what exactly should I be grateful for?
Fine, but you don't have to be like this, okay? Maybe we did go overboard, but we're better now. Rosie has changed and she loves you so much, just like her own daughter. We're ready to be a family again.
God forbid it. Do you remember what you told me the day you dropped me off at Grandma's? You called me a nobody and a killjoy. You said I would never amount to anything and you never wanted to see me ever again. I was just 7 at the time. Do you have any idea how badly your cruel words affected me?
We're family. We say hurtful things all the time. You cannot use that against me. You have to learn to forgive and forget, girl.
Grandma and Grandpa are my family, and not once in the 20 years I've lived with them have they said such mean things to me. You're not my family, so return to your wife. Leave me and my grandparents alone because as far as I'm concerned, my father is dead. Hi, Nana. How are you doing?
Not too bad. I'm preparing to go to bed. Your grandfather is already asleep.
LOL. Gramps never messes with his sleep. We all know that. Nana, there's something I need to tell you. My father reached out to me today.
He did? Oh, Stan, boy. He's really relentless, isn't he?
What do you mean?
He also reached out to me and your grandfather. He's trying to get back in with us. It was painfully clear why he wanted it, though. He knows now that you're a millionaire and suddenly wants to be one of us again. I'm so sorry, honey. I should have known something like this would happen. You must have been so shocked when his text came in.
No, Nana, you don't have to be sorry for anything. You were not the one that abandoned me. He left me behind without looking back. Not even once. I can still remember the countless number of times I called him on the phone, begging him to come pick me up and take me home. And I remember the mean things he said each time. Now, I thank God he didn't come back for me. Who knows where I would have been today?
Come on, Imelda. You were just a kid, and you wanted your father. Stan was already a bad father, but getting married to Rosie made him worse. And I'm afraid he has not changed. He won't stop trying to win us over.
I don't care. It won't happen. You and Gramps are the sole reason I'm where I am today. The fact that I'm a millionaire is because you sacrificed all you had to see me through business school and invested your retirement savings into my business. I owe everything I have to you and Gramps. Now is the time for you both to reap the fruits of your labor, and I'm not going to let some stranger come and take that away from you. Never.
Imelda, it's been 2 days now and you haven't reached out to your father? Do you have to be so disrespectful?
I already told you, I don't have a father. Stop with all this, because nothing will come of all this you're trying to do.
What? So, because I was a bit absent from your life, you feel you can ignore me and go against my wish? We're trying to rebuild our family. Why are you being so stubborn?
I told you I'm not interested. You never wanted to be my family 20 years ago, so I don't want to be yours now. Please, leave me alone.
No, I can see what's going on here. It has the handwriting of my mom all over it. I don't want you spending time with your grandma anymore. She's a bad influence on you.
What? How dare you? Nana was more parent to me than you could ever hope to be. She took me in after you abandoned me. She raised me into the successful daughter whose life you're trying to crawl back into. And now, you want me to just leave her? I don't abandon family. That's more your style.
Shut up and listen. I'm your father, and I know what's best for you. My mom isn't what you need. Believe me. Don't spend time with her anymore. It's for your own good.
That won't happen. There's nothing on this earth that can tear me away from Nana.
Being obstinate won't stop what's gonna happen. You're my daughter, and we're family. Soon, you, Rosie, and I will be together. Stop fighting it because you're only gonna regret it. I promise you.
Seriously? Are you really threatening me?
It's your fault it's come to this point. Whether you like it or not, we'll be together again. And if you keep frustrating my efforts to reunite us, I'll make you pay dearly for it.
Your threats don't mean jack to me. Are they supposed to scare me? Well, they failed. I'm no longer the 7-year-old who cowered every time you raised your voice, or the little girl that ran when your shadow fell on me. I dare you to do your worst. Then we'll see who will be living in regret.
You're my family, and I do what's necessary for us to be together once more, no matter the cost. No worries, in the end, you'll thank me for it.
Dad, how could you do this to me and Nana? What right did you have to go on air and talk about us without our permission?
I'm your father. That's all the permission I need. The TV station wanted to know more about the father of the most promising entrepreneur. How could I turn down their offer? That was actually my first time on TV. How'd I do?
Huh? How can you ask me that? All you did was lie about me and my grandparents. How could you call me a terrible daughter? You lied about making sacrifices for me, and then accused me of abandoning you because I became a millionaire.
Was that a lie? I did make a sacrifice, didn't I? Do you think it was easy to leave you behind? I'd love to see you convince the public that you're not a terrible daughter.
I'd never forgive you for this, Dad. If you had lied only about me, I might have forgiven you. But you had to include Nana and Gramps. You went too far. How could you downplay everything they did for me? Did you know the long hours Gramps had to work just so he could send me to school? What about the multiple shifts Nana had to take so that I would have food in my belly? How dare you say they did nothing for me? They brought me this far and you're trying to steal all the credit while making me look like a terrible daughter.
Yeah, and it's working, isn't it? Or you won't be ranting in my DM. Every blog worth their dime is carrying that interview, and it's trending across all social media platforms. If care is not taken, Imelda, you'll become known as the ungrateful daughter who abandoned her father after she became a millionaire. Tell me, how long do you think your fame and reputation will last after that?
My God, I can't believe this. You're out to destroy me. This is my reputation you're messing with. My business is on the line here. How can you do this to your own daughter?
Don't be afraid, honey. You forced my hand when you kept fighting our reunion. I have a plan to make it all go away, and you'll be everyone's favorite once more. You'll hold a press conference and admit to being a bad daughter. You will then tell the world that you've learned your lesson. We have to show everyone that we're together once again. So you, me, and Rosie would have to live together.
This was your plan all along, right? That's why you had to lie against Nana and Gramps and make me look bad? I won't let this slide, Dad. Since you decided to play dirty, I'll no longer hold back when I'm dealing with you.
Stop being stubborn and use your head. What do you think you can do? Everyone hates you.
You think you've destroyed me, right? We'll see about that.
Imelda, what on earth did you do? You sneaky witch. You went behind my back to hold a press conference? How could you do that to me?
I had to debunk the lies you told about me and my grandparents. I told you I won't let it slide, didn't I?
You went too far, Imelda. How could you call me a liar?
I showed the world who you really are. I told them how you abandoned me when I was 7. I told them how you maltreated me and never did a single thing when I was abused by Rosie. I showed them proof of the sacrifices Nana and Gramps made for me over the years, from school fee receipts to investing their retirement fund into my business. The world now knows you for what you are, Dad.
Did you seriously have to go to such great lengths? Everyone hates me now and the internet is mad at me. My accounts are being trolled by your fans and I can't even make a post without getting hateful comments on them. I had to make the rest of my accounts private before things became worse. Are you trying to destroy me or what?
Destroy you? That's the exact same thing you tried to do to me. But don't get tired just yet. There's still so much more to come.
What? You can't be serious.
This is just the beginning, Dad. I've already filed a suit and I'll be charging you to court for libel and defamation of character. I'm gonna make sure you pay heavily for everything you did.
Come on, is that really necessary? You've won already. No one likes me. Do you have to take this to court?
Of course I do.
Okay, fine. I'm sorry. That's what you want to hear, right? I'm saying it to you. I'm sorry. I'll stay away from you from now on, so don't go further with the suit. I'll leave you alone.
No, you can't leave me alone just yet. There's so much more to come.
Don't be like this. I already said sorry. What more do you want from me?
You shouldn't have come back into my life, Dad. You should have stayed where you were with Rosie. Because now, I'll stop at nothing to bring you down. So relax. There's so much more to come. I suggest you brace yourself.
Imelda, I'm sorry. Please, you have to forgive me. I've been crying ceaselessly for days now. I should never have abandoned you 20 years ago. It was a big mistake. Trying to come back into your life was an even bigger mistake. I let your new status get to my head and I wanted it all for myself. I'm so sorry for everything.
Okay.
Okay? That's all you have to say?
What more can I say?
Imelda, you've basically ruined my life. Your press conference literally canceled my presence on social media. My accounts were trolled and reported, and now 3 of them have been banned. I can't even walk on the street without people recognizing me and hurling insults at me. I'm not safe anymore, both online and offline. People keep attacking me. As if all that's not enough, no one would give me jobs anymore. Prior clients have already canceled their contracts with me because no one wants to work with a man who abandoned his child. This is becoming too much for me to handle. I'm tired. Even Rosie has already left me because the heat became too much for her as well. I'm ruined, Imelda. I'm alone. I'm broke, and I'm tired. I'm done.
Well, let's just get one thing clear. I didn't ruin your life. You did that all yourself. You tried to destroy me, and if you had succeeded, you would have gladly danced on my ruins. You abandoned me for 20 years and came crawling back because you saw I was a millionaire. And when you realized you wouldn't be coming within an inch of my money, you chose to destroy it.
That was a mistake, Imelda. I'm sorry. I should never have done that. The court fined me $500,000 to pay you in damages. Where on earth am I going to see such an amount of money? I'm already sunk in debt as is.
Don't ask me. I'm sure you'll think of something.
Come on, Imelda. We're family. I'm your blood. You're a millionaire, and we both know you don't need that money. Please, dear, I don't have to pay the fine. Do this for me. I'm your father, after all.
Father? What a joke. Don't you dare keep even a penny of my money from me, or I swear I'll haul you right back to court. You'll pay what you owe, to the very last penny. Or you and I would have another problem.
But how can I do that? I already told you how hard things are for me.
I don't care. Maybe now you'll have an idea how hard things were for us back when you abandoned me. There were nights Nana and Gramps went to bed hungry just so I wouldn't starve. Soon, you'll know what that feels like. You'll know what it feels like to be drowning in bills, but there's a family member right there who could help, but chooses to ignore you because they don't deem you worthy of their time and attention. You deserve everything that is coming to you and more. And there's nothing I'll do to make it any easier for you. Not me, not my grandparents. You're on your own.
Come on, have mercy on me. Don't leave me like this.
This should be the last time you send me a text, or I'll get a restraining order on you. Goodbye, Dad.
Hold on, Imelda. I'm your father. You have to forgive me. Please, Imelda, don't do this. Imelda!
Dad was never able to get out of debt. Instead, he sunk into worse debt, forcing him to move into the rural areas. There were fewer people there who knew him, and he managed to get a security job at a bank. He never went online again. I and my grandparents moved to the highbrow area of the city where they got the best life possible in their old age. I hired round-the-clock help to take care of them, so all they would do was relax and have a good time. They deserved it. I fell in love not long after with a man who loved me so much. We dated for over 6 months, and now we're planning our wedding. I've never been so happy before. My life is just perfect.